to another Frankie's Forest video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my brand new walk-in greenhouse. Now, it's not that brand new, it's a couple weeks old, but I figured now would be a nice time to show you. It's a nice sunny day, and inside the greenhouse it's really hot. Outside right now it's 75 degrees. I just let you guys know that this way when we go in the greenhouse, we can see how hot it is. So this greenhouse is actually 7 feet tall, so most people could stand right up in it. It has 2 windows on the sides, and they actually have mesh on them. This way, no unwanted bugs can get in. It also has some ropes with stakes for extra stability, but we only put those in the ground when it actually is strong winds or a lot of rain or snow, because it's really sturdy. So to open it up, we put these bricks here because we actually have a lot of rodents and like mice and squirrels, chipmunks that would love to get in this greenhouse and eat the little seedlings and plants that are inside. So we put those this way they can't sneak underneath. And then I just zip it up on one side, not on the other side usually. This way, by only zipping it up on one side, I can keep a lot of the humidity and temperature that's inside of it. And as you can immediately tell, the grass is growing absolutely crazy in here. It loves the humidity. So here it is. I'll just do a quick panorama, and then I'll show you guys what we've got in here. So there's 12 shelves, 2 windows, and a lot of room for plants and other materials. So let's start out with this cactus that I have. It's known as the crown of thorns. It wasn't doing well at all, and then when we put it in the greenhouse, it seemed to really like the temperature. So it put out some new growth as well as some flowers. I really like the look of it. Then we have a little Christmas cactus, as well as a poinsettia that we're trying to kind of get back to life because it's not doing well at all. A little hydrangea that I found, a rosemary plant, and a bean plant that's actually producing some beans already, which is awesome. They're snap peas. Not a bean plant, a pea plant. It's really awesome, and I'm hoping that it can kind of climb up the foundation. This way it can produce more beans. It also has some flowers, and whenever it has flowers, I put it outside. This way it can be pollinated. If we move down, there's this mysterious plant that I actually don't know what it is. The reason why I have it on this rock here is because the rock actually soaks in a lot of heat, and then it transfers the heat up into the soil, and the plants actually really like that. I don't know if it may be some type of unwanted weed, but it's actually getting pretty tall, so I should probably put it on the top layer here somewhere, but I'll figure that out. And then I have some supplies down there, some pots. Now we move to the other side. There's also some pots there, and we have 2 little pepper plants that a friend gave us that are yet to be planted. A whole bunch of maple seedlings that I'm trying to raise. And then we have 2 celery plants. And now we can go over here. Here's the temperature. It's about 115 degrees. And the humidity, not too bad. Better than it is outside. And then, here are my classic succulent propagation stations. I actually had a new one right here. It's a little sloppy, but here they are. The plants are actually growing pretty nicely in this greenhouse. They really like the heat and the humidity. A lot of sun. So they're growing pretty well. If we move up a shelf, we have a pot that I can kind of just like throw down there. I have a firestorm sedum. I have some other type of sedum. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And then I have 2 of these, I don't exactly know what the name is, but these leaves right here are actually from these stems. So I took the leaves off just because they weren't very healthy, and so now it's growing all of these little offsets off the side. This is the same one. This is, I believe it's something, it's called like the Queen Echeveria or something along those lines. But it gets really, really giant. I'm sure you guys have seen it in another video. I'll put a picture up right here of what it looks like when it's fully grown. And then if we move down to the last shelf, as you can see, this grass is absolutely insane. We need to try to figure out a way to cut it. We have some poppies in this little tray. I find that these little trays that, like this one had like frozen dumplings in it, I find that these are really good for starting seeds, and then you just poke a hole in the bottom. It's an easy way, you save money, and it's very, very efficient. We have some Cuban peppers, and in the back there we have some echinacea seeds, as well as a whole bunch of green bell pepper seeds that are just coming up, which I think is really awesome. So I'll kind of go back here so you guys can see what it looks like in total. And then we have watering can. And actually this really cool thing that I use in the greenhouse, what I do is I put it inside of the soil, and it basically tells me how moist the soil is, and then I could switch it to see how much light it gets. As you can see, quite a bit. And then the pH of the soil, very low, perfect. And I basically use that. This way it's a more accurate reading of when I should give it water, how much water I should give it, and so on. So that's my greenhouse for the most part. I'll keep you guys updated if I get any more plants in it. If there's any upgrades, modifications. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to share this video with anyone you think will enjoy it. And also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.